All right, what is up, bro? In this video, I'm going to be walking you through on my approach to optimizing my productivity. So, I kind of just cleared the entire board and I'm just going to redo it for you, kind of my updated version. And the reason I'm making this video is because I think so many men go through the motions each and every day with zero clarity. That's exactly how I used to live about 2-ish years ago. I had no vision, no structure. I was just going with the flow of everything. But guess what? I wasn't getting anything done. I wasn't making any progress, and I hated that, and I felt stuck. So, this video is not for you if you're just looking for a quick dopamine hit or entertainment. I'm just going to be walking you through my approach to structuring my days so that I can wake up with clarity each and every day, knowing exactly what I need to execute on. And I can give you an example, maybe a couple examples here closer to the end on maybe how you can do it. Anyways, I'm going to just get straight to the point here. We're going to start structuring it, and maybe you can do the same thing, follow along with me. So, first thing that we got to put in is our sleep. So, we'll go over here to create, event, and then I like adding emojis, it just makes it better. Boom. Sleep and recovery. We'll go sleep. Boom. Sleep and recovery. So, because it's Tuesday, I'm gonna put in what time I went to bed last night. We'll go right here. Monday. I go to bed at 10:30ish p.m. is kind of just right for me because normally if I try to get in bed by 8 or 9, I'm just not tired. Uh, but when it hits 10:30, I'm like, all right, what am I doing, bro? 10:30 p.m. Monday. And then we go to 6:30 a.m. Perfect. And we got to do this daily. You gotta have telling you if you don't have a consistent sleep schedule, you're just screwing yourself over because there was times where I would be going to bed around 9 p.m. some nights or 11 or 1 and it was so inconsistent, but I felt like crap every single day. But when you have a consistent sleep schedule, you're going to be so much more productive, but then you're also going to get results in the gym because when you prioritize recovery and your body is linked to like the circadian rhythm in a way, you're just gonna feel so much better. You're gonna function properly. You're gonna have better focus. Anyways, daily, let's go. And then also we're gonna change this to purple. Boom. There we go. Okay, now let's go back to Tuesday here. So we can see 10:30 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. Okay, next we'll go 6:30 to 7:30. We'll do morning routine and meal one. Boom. Yeah, it's actually perfect. There we go. For an hour, we can do light green. Let's do an emoji. What do we want here? This is good. Perfect. Then we'll go to about 1, 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Now, this is kind of the first work block of the day. This is really when I'm sitting down, staying focused. It's deep work. Deep work. Deep work. And we will make some content or work on programs, client programs. That's to 1. I'll make sure to throw my meals in here too, actually. Because you got to schedule your meals. It's got to be consistent. I'll actually keep it blue. Boom. Let's go. Also, what we want to do with everything is make sure that we have it on repeat daily. Actually, Monday. Because I want it Monday through Saturday. This. We gotta problem solve here. Never repeats every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Boom. Done. Okay, Monday through Saturday will be that. I also want to make sure this is daily. Morning routine every single day. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, where I'm at. Got to get it done. It just gets you in that kind of flow state. You build momentum for yourself and you just win the morning. And I love that feeling. So that's good. Now, I also want to go at about 8 a.m. That's not going to work. Okay. 8 a.m. I'm going to post some stories and I'm going to get some sunlight because that's important. Stories. Story sunlight. And this will actually be at around 8 a.m. So after I finish my morning routine and meal one. I don't know if you do follow me on Instagram, you'd see that normally I just post all like three things from the morning at once. And it's because I don't go on my phone for about an hour or two until after I wake up. So this will be 8 a.m. to 8:15. That's fine. Daily, daily. Perfect. Let's change the color of it though. It's yellow. Sunlight. Boom. Perfect. All events. Boom. Okay, so we got sleep, morning routine, meal one. Then we actually post on my story after that, and then we get into the deep work. So here we go. Now, actually, let's move this down to like 7:45. We'll put this, all events. Boom. 7:30 about, and that's good. That's good. It's perfect, actually. Okay, so we got those three things, four things. We got meal two at 11:45. So again, you gotta schedule your meals, bro. I'm telling you. 11:45. You just gotta find what works for you, though. Meal two. I'm actually going to explain to you on how I plan out my meals and why the times I eat them at. Okay, but just give me 1 second. 11:45, right? That's what I normally. Oh, 11. Just making sure. 11:15. Boom. So this is gonna be my pre-workout meal. Actually, daily. And we'll do that for all my meals. Does that look good? That looks good? Looks good to me. Then we're gonna go to the gym. This is going to be 6 days out of the week. I choose my rest days based off how I feel, so maybe I won't go to the gym every single day. At least 6 days a week is what I do. But normally I plan it for Sundays, but honestly, it's like sometimes some things come up, I get busy, I'm like, oh, it's fine. Well, I'll just work around. I'll make today a rest day. That way I'm a little bit more kind of lenient. It doesn't really matter what days I train as long as I'm going to the gym 5 to 6 days a week. For sure, for sure 6. I That's just for me. I got to go to the gym. It's just what makes me feel good. So, okay, gym. Let's do it. Boom. We're getting better each and every day. Then I normally go to the gym around 1:15ish. And I'm there for about I'm going to give myself a little bit more time. Normally it's about an hour and 15 is what I'm at the gym for. Sometimes even an hour. You don't really need much to be in good shape, stay in shape, but we'll just honestly actually custom We'll just say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's just what we're going for. And I think we're good. Does that look good? That looks good. We're going to go with red. Boom. Why? Because we got to do it. We got to show up. Let's see. Perfect. That looks good to me. 245. Yup. Except I kind of want to make this go till 1. Let's update it. Wait, what? Okay, I can't. That's fine. Okay, I can't make this go to 1. Or maybe I could. I don't know. It's fine if not, though. Okay, now this is a time where I can kind of do whatever I want. Well, not always. Okay, let's just do is when we making the money. Door-to-door sales. Let me know if you do that. Comment below. Seriously, I understand your pain. No, I'm just kidding. Door-to-door is actually really good. I can make content too. Honestly, I do the door-to-door sales not just because it's good money, but I genuinely enjoy doing it because of the skills that I developed through the process. I have always kind of had this like underlying confidence in myself and I've been pretty outgoing, I guess, for my entire life, but when I began doing door-to-door sales, I reached this like whole new level of like social confidence and like I can talk to any type of person, doesn't matter. You can be old, you can be middle-aged, younger, doesn't matter what it is. I just know how to talk to each individual. And I think that's just such an important skill to have. You develop listening skills, you learn how to speak better, you move with more confidence, and that's just what I really like about it. And of course, then I'm getting paid as well. But it is 100% commission, so it also teaches me how to work, right? It's not like, hey, if you don't get any sales, like you're not eating. So that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, I have to get sales if I want to pay for my bills or if I want to eat, right? I got to work and I got to learn how to communicate properly. And so that's why I really like it. It puts so much pressure on me, and that's when I grow the most. So let's go. So I'll do content. So okay, door to door sales, content if I haven't gotten it done here in the morning, and then any one-on-one calls that I have with clients, then I can get that done in the afternoon as well. So what time do we do that till? Sorry, I took a picture of my old one so I can remember all the times, but it's about 3 to 9 p.m. So this is kind of a longer time, but we're getting things done. It's important. This is, again, custom Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Perfect. Boom. What else we got? That's it for that. Now, we got another one to do. We're going to have meal 3 at about this time. Let's see. Event. Meal 3. Let's get it. 250. We'll do 245. Dang. 245 to about 3. Perfect. We get the post-workout meal in right after the gym. We get that done, then we can get straight to work again. Honestly, I like going to the gym in the middle of the day because I have meal 1 in, meal 2 in. Okay, hold on. I'll try to get this out of the way in just a sec. Does not repeat. We need that thing on daily. Perfect. Okay, so what I really like is meal 1 here, meal 2. So it's perfect. Get 2 meals in. I got that fuel. Now I go into the gym, train hard. We get meal 3 in, and then I'll put meal 4 somewhere in here around 6:45. The reason I do 6:45, I stop eating. I actually start my fast at about 7 p.m. every single day. And it's basically just to optimize gut health. I wake up with a flat stomach, I feel good, and I don't go to bed bloated or super full because I'm telling you, like, 2 months ago, about, I would eat my last meal at 8 or 9 p.m. and then I'd go to bed at 10 or 11 something. And I didn't really realize it at the time, but I was going to bed stuffed, and that does affect your sleep because now your body is spending more time, what's the word again? Digesting. Your body is spending more time digesting instead of actually recovering. So I feel like I'm ready to go to bed. Your heart rate lowers down in the evening when you aren't spending time digesting. Super, super weird. I know there's like a lot of science behind it, but I maybe you've heard of Brian Johnson. Is that his name, Brian Johnson? But basically, he's like a 23-year-old or something in like a 50-year-old body. But I know that he stops eating at like 11 a.m. And part of it is because your heart rate goes down as your body doesn't digest any more food. And so that way he can go to bed ready to actually go to bed, and then he has like a perfect sleep score. He's had like a perfect sleep score for years. So I'm like, that's crazy. But I'm trying to optimize overall health, but then also muscle growth as well. So I'm like 6:45-ish p.m. is good for me. Like that's good. You know, 45 p.m. We'll go that to 7:15 minutes. Perfect. We'll repeat. I'll show you. My Sundays actually look a little bit different. I fast longer as well. So we'll do this. I don't think I changed my Sunday, so I'll actually just go into that, but after afterwards. But peach or whatever that color is. Boom. Okay, we got all the meals scheduled. Meal one, meal two, meal three, meal four. That's the majority of it. Now we're gonna do the evening. I personally really like taking walks in the evening. It just feels good. Like I'm just calming down a little bit. But I also take a warm shower. That also gets me in the state of like, all right, I'm kind of calming down. I'm tired. Sometimes it depends on where I'm staying. But I turn on red light, and red light kind of like just tells your body to calm down. And so I turn that on in the evening. This will be at 9:30 about. Do I want to do 9 instead? Now we'll give myself a little bit of time. 9:15 to 9:45. Boom. Perfect. Now, that'll be daily. Walk and shower. That'll be good. Perfect. It's on daily. Let's go. Now, next up, what do we got? We're going to do prepare and feed. We're going to prepare for the next day. This is huge. I do this myself, also for all my clients. The thing is the reason it's so important to prepare the night before is so that you can wake up with clarity, knowing exactly what you need to execute on. And I've talked about this in a couple different videos, but it's so important to write down your thoughts, write down what you got going on the next day, whether it's a task that you have to complete or multiple ones, but you got to write it down because your brain goes into like this theta state, and it kind when you go to sleep and you go through like all these memories and stuff, and when you wake up it's like you're ready to execute because you know exactly what you have to execute on. Waking up with clarity because you don't want to wake up going through the motions, not sure what you're supposed to do in order to move the needle. But for me it's like I wake up, I got my journal with me, and I'm like, okay, boom, I check this off, check this off. Like I check off my morning routine, but I also have a dashboard on my computer that I use for myself, but then also my clients get to use as well. And so you can just check things off on the computer, but I also write it on paper as well, just because I honestly like having the paper because I like to look back in my old notebooks to see where I was at, what I was struggling with, the type of routine that I was following, and I was like, whoa, That's crazy. I used to follow that routine, or it's crazy that I was struggling with that specific problem and I didn't know how to overcome it at the time. And on the computer, it's just a little bit different. Like I'd prefer to just stay away from the screen and just do the paper. I don't like going on screens in the morning. It's like kind of screws up your day. But and then I'm gonna read, freaking manifest too. I I spend a lot of time just kind of thinking in the evening, not spiraling into bad thoughts, but just manifesting, believing that what I am trying to accomplish is totally possible. I am certain that I can accomplish it, and I know that you can accomplish anything that you want with the correct systems. If you have the correct systems and you do this for yourself, if you structure out your days, I'm telling you, total game changer because you have to act as if you are already that version of you. Thing is like I'm doing this because it's in alignment with who I'm trying to become and where I'm trying to go. I'm not just doing it just to do it. So important. And you can pairing the night before and then reading and manifesting. I'm telling you, manifestation is so powerful. Yes, manifestation is basically believing that it's already yours, but I'm going to give you a whole different perspective, a whole new reframe because I watched this Instagram reel a couple weeks ago and I was like, dang, that's so powerful. I've never actually thought of manifestation in that way. But let me just finish this up real quick. And 1:30 p.m. to 10:15. Boom, boom, boom. Daily. Even if you're in a bad mood, I'm telling you, it makes it better. Anyways, here we go. We're all finished up. This is what my days look like Monday through Saturday for the most part. Normally during this time, 3 to 9 p.m. If it's Saturday or Sunday, I basically never do that, but hold on. Let's days actually look like. So, um, same sleep schedule, morning routine, stories in sunlight, same thing. I go to church. I actually don't eat meal one here. I gotta fix that. I eat meal two after church. So I stay fasted up until 11 something a.m. And then meal two would be around this time, 2:45. Meal three would be around 5:45. And that's when I stop, is 5 o'clock. So I only have 3 meals on Sunday. So I'm fasting longer just to improve my gut health. And I go to church. I normally take a sauna and cold shower, but I'm not actually home right now, so I haven't been doing that for the past couple weeks. And then I have a group call with some mentorship that I'm in, my own coach. And then same thing, prepare, whatever. But as you can see, like in this time, I can have some free time to do whatever I want. I can go screw around with friends, have fun, maybe go to the beach, maybe go for a hike, whatever I want, right? Now, something you do have to understand is that all these things I can do wherever I'm at. Doesn't matter where I'm at, I can do it. Morning routine, easy. Stories, I can do that. Deep work, if I have my computer and I have my phone, then I can just work. And then I can go to the gym, door to door, depends on where I'm at, but I can make more content and I can take calls if I got my computer with me. And yeah, no, this is how I structure my days so that I actually can improve my productivity. But I also have it, oh, probably gotta show you this. Is like it shows up on here. So what time it is? 6:45 a.m. to 12:15 deep work content programs. And that just shows up and I'm like I look at my phone, I'm like, all right, perfect. That's what I should be doing right now. And I'll do that and I'll work, get it done. But for you, you got to work maybe 9 to 5 or something. Let's just say you get up at around 6:30 or whatever, 6:30. You could do your morning routine. You could go to the gym right here before work, go to work from 9 to 5, and then you have the entire evening to do whatever you want. Maybe before you go to bed, you would take a walk, cold shower, or not a cold shower, a warm shower. You could prepare and you can read, manifest your way to the lifestyle that you want to live, the version of you that you want to become. But now I'm going to actually get into that manifestation thing, and I'm going to give you a little perspective, kind of something that you can envision, because when I did this, it hit so hard, and I was like, wow, that's actually crazy on how powerful that is. But here we go. So, what I want you to do is just close your eyes right now. Just close your eyes and imagine this, okay? You're walking home from your job on Friday night. You had a terrible day, got a bad attitude, and you just want the day to be over. But you walk into a corner store to buy a water, and it's a $200 million lottery ticket. So you decide to buy one, not think anything of it. You go home, you go to sleep, but you find out that there's a winner of the lottery in your town, and you check your ticket and you won. You won the lottery, $200 million. Can you imagine that? Think about it. Think about winning $200 million. The life that you could live. You could travel. You could buy your dream house. You could take your wife or girlfriend to any dinner. Buy her anything. You could get your dream car, your dream boat. Do whatever you want. Imagine that, bro. Crazy. Just envision that. You go to cash in that lottery ticket that day, and lottery says, okay, you're going to get a $200 million wire to your bank account in 30 days. Imagine that. 30 days, you get $200 million. Now, technically, it's not going to be 200 million, but how are you going to act? What's your attitude going to be like? How are you going to talk to your neighbor, your friend? How are you going to treat your wife? How are you going to talk to that homeless person? How are you going to talk to your boss? What are you going to think of yourself? How are you going to speak to yourself? What are the things that you're going to think? What's your attitude going to be like every single day? That is the power of manifestation, because you already believe that that life is already yours. You already are certain that you're going to have $200 million. And because you believe it, you're going to act as if it's already yours. You're going to carry yourself differently. You're going to have more confidence. That is how you should be acting. You need to act as if that life is already yours. And then you can structure your days like this so that it's in alignment with where you're trying to go. But first, it starts with believing that it's possible and claiming it as yours. You have to say, this is mine. You have to believe that it's yours, and you already have it. That's like the law of attraction. It's a very powerful thing, but bro, imagine that. So, anyways, that's all I got for you. I really hope that you actually took notes on this, or you did the same thing, followed along with me, structured your sleeping, your morning routine. Maybe you went to work, you could go to the gym, structure your meals, your nightly routine. Super, super important to structure your days, like I said, because it's in alignment with where you're trying to go. And if you want to be productive, that's what you need to do. But now, it actually just popped up. I got meal two. I got meal two right now that I'm about to eat after I edit this video. And yeah, bro, I hope you gained something from this. Bro, just believe that it's possible. Manifest it. Claim it's yours. Decide that it's going to be yours. That lifestyle, that version of you, and structure your days like this so that you can be productive and so that you're moving the needle each day. But yeah, that's all I got for you, bro.